Look at this album.
You got no titty though.
She does it to me every time.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on. What about her right there?
She does
With that rug on. She was fine too.
She dope.
Another one that had something too.
Shout out to all of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Everybody got their phone?
Yeah.
Y'all can watch on YouTube. Go to YouTube. You can watch the comments on YouTube.
Oh, you can watch the comments on YouTube.
Late night point of view. Late night point of view. Audience, what's up? Late night point of view. Audience, what's up? Late night point of view. Audience, what's up?
It's 800 of y'all.
All right. We still wake. Well, we have an incredible show tonight. We have an awesome set tonight. This is the Daiquiri King. My name is Mike Irvin, and it's a pleasure to be seen like a motherfucker. Like 2 hours ago, I was just on the side of the road with the 95 Ford F-150. We were spending a little time together today. Decided to let the wheel pop. The Texas Heat got the wheels on the F-150, and yes, we was on the side of the road today. Thankfully, the land came through for me, as it always does. And because of good merit, there was somebody who came and took me and made me and allowed me, and now I'm here today to say, what up? So other than that, I'm the Daiquiri King. This is the late night point of view. I'm gonna start to my left. We have an array of talent up here on the set, an array of point of views on the set, and I'm just so excited, so crunk to have everybody here. Chief Rebel, start over here to the left. We're gonna go around, and if you could just state who you are.
Helly, how y'all doing? I'm Chief Rebel, representing Ford, Texas, Black Native Productions, artist, producer, engineer, Intel connoisseur. I love to pick
You said an
people's
Intel car? You're an
Intel connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
Means I love to explore people's minds and know what they think. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember that Intel
Balance
connoisseur? I
perspectives.
like that shit. Y'all supposed to pick up on shit like that. Glad to have you.
Okay. Comedian JB Jarrell Braswell. I'm from originally Montgomery, Alabama. Been up here about 9 years. Linked up with Deion Jr. Started clothing line.
Deion Sanders Jr.?
Yeah, Deion Jr.
The real Deion Sanders?
Yeah, the only one I know. Shit.
Okay. Well, shit, they said it was only one Mike Irvin, but you're looking at they on one and only now.
Got up with him, came up here, started that. My comedy career picked up. Now I'm on to with Bubba Dub, man. We all over this hoe.
Bubba Dub.
I just happened to be in Dallas. He hit me up. I'm like, I'll pull up. And I do all type of stuff, man. Just Google me, man. You can see what I do. But mostly make people laugh.
For sure. So you funny?
Yeah, something like that.
For something like that. My guy, he's a humble man. He's a funny cat, man.
What's up, y'all? I'm DAB, also known as Trap Queen. I'm out of Dallas, Texas. I am an up-and-coming rap star out here, so y'all can Google me on all platforms, DAB_Trap Queen.
Trap Queen, up and coming artist. Y'all catch her, DAB_Trap Queen. Glad to have you.
What DAB mean?
Down ass bitch.
All right.
Say it again.
Down ass bitch. Down ass bitch. Yeah, man.
Moving right along. Oh, they turned the claps on. Okay.
Hey y'all, I'm Sensation. I'm an undertaker, a rapper.
You're an undertaker.
Yeah.
Say that shit again.
I bury people for a living.
Yeah.
I used to be on a record label with Lil Will, Bangers ENT, but now I am an independent artist with Alizé Ali.
So you rich now? Ain't no wrong with it.
So right now we're working on music, you know, then working on that.
Ain't no wrong with it. Your ass.
Hey, you already know it's Dallas, Texas' very own Alizé Ali. You know, I'm a independent artist, pushing other artists like myself, trying to reach new heights and platforms, Billboard charts, Grammys. That's what we're reaching for. So, you know, everybody tap in. Alizé Ali, you can Google me, all my work and everything up on there. On top of that, we are Dallas's very own vampires, as you can tell. So, any questions on that, we'll be love to answer those as well.
Well, I have some.
Hey.
Oh, Lord.
I knew you had that book for something. I knew it.
Y'all said yes. I was
Scrolling through the
like,
pages and stuff.
I knew it.
and I know y'all probably got some too.
Hey, I'm fine with it. Long.
Yeah, we open.
Hey,
Questions.
before we
We
start,
are now
no
entering-
light skin jokes.
No, I ain't gonna, I got a lot of light skinned kids.
I'm
I ain't
saying,
gonna
man,
crack,
look.
ain't gonna crack no
Hey,
jokes.
I get hit with the light skin jokes too.
That's what I'm saying.
Man,
you
you
gotta
dark
keep
as
that
fuck,
to
though.
a minimum.
Huh?
This
You
show.
dark. You dark.
Look.
Thank you.
It's not
Thank
dark.
you.
You-
I'm really,
darker
I'm
than
not
him.
dark.
Yellow,
I'm not
though.
dark. I'm red.
Pecans,
You said I'm
I'm
red.
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 All right.
I'll be
So
red.
y'all do the whole bite each other neck thing.
There we go. Let's tap into
Yeah.
it. Trap Queen said,
Yeah.
"Fuck that."
We do more than that.
We do all that.
God damn, what else y'all be
So
doing?
Yeah.
So y'all like real
Let
live
me know.
vampire in Brooklyn, like.
It's a real culture,
Yeah. It's
and
not TV.
and it's not
Okay.
just a white thing.
I was
A lot
gonna
of
ask
people,
that, too.
a lot of people think that it's just a white thing, but if you do the research on it,
It's more black.
vampirism actually came from the black
Black
culture.
folk.
The first
Right.
black vampire was actually written by a black author back in 1819. So
Yep.
you got to make sure you understand the culture before you get involved with it. Just like how some
Right.
people try to be involved in the hip hop culture, and they don't even know where it came from. So
Yeah.
I got. Before you dive
All right.
in that motherfucking notebook,
Number
I
one.
know
All right.
it's with intention that you, but
yeah.
spontaneously, I want to know in vampirism or what y'all follow. Is it like a day walker thing and a night walker thing? Because I know vampires don't do the sun. So,
Yeah, so that's like
being
a myth.
melanated
Right. So it
human
like
beings.
most of that stuff that you read and see on the movies and TV shows is all myth.
Yeah.
And they make up stuff and stories to try to keep people interested. But if you do the research on it, yeah, it is. You can day walk. You can transform. You can do rituals. You can do all types of stuff. So.
Now, I will tell you, I do get nauseous in the sun.
Yeah.
I get real nauseous. And then, like, if I don't have what I need,
What do you
I
need?
get sick.
What do you mean?
That serum.
What do you? What
Nah,
do you need?
wait, because they said one key word that I want to ask.
Go ahead.
All right, so when you say you do rituals, with what you can share, what do these rituals consist of?
If you think back to
I'm gonna scratch off question number 3.
Oh, Lord.
Go ahead.
yeah, because I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
But if you think back before BC times, even the voodoo culture, they all believed in different rituals and stuff. And in the past, like 200 years, all that stuff just became myth.
Right.
Yeah.
How can it just become myth? This is something that was involved in all of our culture, between the rituals, the psychic seeings, all of that.
I think
All
it's
of that.
more underground than.
Yeah.
Well,
So you mean
people-
Rosa and them was back in the day biting on it?
Oh, Rosa?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonito, they be selling rugs over there off of Harry High. Yeah.
I know that bitch.
But
Well,
no, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
The black culture believed
Yeah.
in it strongly, and they still do.
We can't go around just saying any old thing because people be like, oh, put you in a straight jacket. Oh, no, that's not real.
So
Right.
if one wants, this is my question number 1, and then we can go, Chief. I feel you cooking over there. If one wants to have a relationship with the vampire, okay, and they aren't a vampire, how does that work?
Oh, we got 5 rules.
What's the
So-
rules?
And one of them is we can't just make anybody a vampire.
Okay.
The handicap is off
So
limits.
say for instance, I want to
So I
find me a
can't be, I
vampire
can't be no
girl.
vampire. I'm handicapped as a bitch.
Right. If
No, we're not laughing at you. It just came out of nowhere.
Hey, I'm not laughing at
Hey,
you saying
what-
handicap,
What you
bro. It's the way
I'm
Why
just
you
saying,
think you
goddamn, man, I'm handicapped in the motherfucker, man.
Right.
Shit.
You don't look
I mean, no,
handicapped.
that's
You don't
real.
look
You got
handicapped
Fuck Bill.
at all.
I was gonna say
said fuck
shit.
Bill?
Like, he was ready to
wanna
sign
be a
up until you
vampire?
said that. Like, he was like,
Well,
You wanna be a
to
vampire?
specific.
I was just shit, just saying,
Just
man.
the option was taken off the
I'd have
table.
been a goddamn Marine, so why not be a fucking vampire?
right. I mean,
Hey.
you
That's what
from
I'm saying.
Alabama. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that you done seen and heard
I done
of
seen
a lot
all
of-
type of shit, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I done
Most definitely.
spent a little time in Huntsville. I
Yeah.
know how they get down
Most
out there.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Big used to
So
fuck
how
with
do
the
you-
vampire.
Right.
So how do you get off into becoming a vampire? I'm real curious.
Like, what's the
about that.
first step? Because
Yeah.
what if I wanted a vampire girl on a Saturday?
You really not gonna just
Can
find
you rent one?
You a little scary. I don't know about you, man. You scare horror movies and stuff. I don't know, man.
I'm talking about he's so scared.
He is scary.
That nigga Peter Pan on this motherfucker.
I can't even take
All
your
right.
question seriously.
Right.
Hey, Dad.
All right, for real. Go ahead, Trap Queen.
Now I just want to know, how do you get off into it? Like, how do you?
Well, it's
Yeah.
something you know if you are.
Yeah, it's actually a chosen thing.
Yeah, you know if you are. You know if your energy and your spirit. You know what type of person that you are.
It's religious.
Right, but I've been a vampire
No.
since I was a kid. You know, and it wasn't. I didn't know the culture of it, and I did the background of it. So you know exactly what you are. Like her, she comes from a line of witches, and like her mom's a witch, her grandma's a witch from Mississippi, and you know before she became a vampire, she actually came from a line of witches.
So she converted over. Same thing. Kind
Exactly.
Of, like, yeah.
So
I can read.
yeah.
I read.
Dad, can I say something in the crowd?
All right, so POV audience, we have someone in the audience. Please state your name.
My brother.
Caress, nevertheless, don't stress, man.
Say it again. Say it again.
Caress, nevertheless, don't stress.
Slow it down so they can hear you.
What-
Caress, nevertheless,
Okay.
don't stress.
All right.
Welcome to the show, by the way. Thank you for coming.
Oh, my mama, listen. This, okay. So my whole life, like I always wore, like gold teeth is like some of our culture, right?
Right.
The only gold teeth I've ever bought, mostly in my life, has always been fangs. My fangs have always been a little bit longer.
Facts.
Everybody who know me know I'm never up in the day. I'm always up at night, throughout the night.
Oh, so you a vampire?
No, hold on. So
Let me
this is
find out, Caress.
the crazy part. I really love vampire movies, and I love all that. You know, in my mind, that's I love vampire. I love everything about vampires, but I'm a little scared.
I mean,
There you go.
So look, y'all playing, but
Vulnerability.
I'm like the feeling is real. I don't know what's going on, but what you call it, the commitment.
Yeah.
yes.
There you go.
The commitment, like, I didn't notice it at first, but once they started talking about it, I was kind of scared. So, what is y'all saying? Like, are you for real, fam?
Like it's
Like,
yeah.
Like,
Chris, you took all that time to ask us. They
no, look.
Come on, man.
Hello, cause you know how you be playing around. Like I'm always saying I'm a vampire. That's something I always say.
Right.
Yeah.
I wear gold fangs. Every time I get my grills, always gonna be something about the
Yeah.
gold fangs. So now I'm like, say man, cause I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, did they grow them motherfuckers up there? Like, did that shit grow?
Right. I mean, there is a lot of people that actually love the culture that don't commit, like he says, that actually love it, and they're still a part of it.
Is it
They come to the
accept- yeah, is it
vampire
acceptable?
balls. We have
Yeah.
vampire
Okay.
balls in Louisiana. They come out and they associate with us.
just
But
had
there's
one
some people
recently.
that we had one recently here in Dallas, Texas, in Fort Worth, off of Beach Street, and
Shout out 30 and
Vampires
Beach.
and
right,
fairies.
right.
Y'all have membership cards or?
And
or
I just
certificates?
want
I mean, applications.
and
Yeah.
There is
to the
actual
POV
application.
family out there that's watching, they're not, and I want you guys to know as well, they're not on the defense, okay?
Yeah.
This is an audience and myself that's ignorant to the facts of this religion.
Of
Because
course.
it is to be respected. It is a religion.
Right.
It is,
Say.
and it is culted. It comes with
Hey.
cult.
I ain't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask and say like
It's a
was it
religion.
Like, is it a way
That's
of life?
that word.
You know
It's
what
a
I'm
way of
saying?
life.
Yeah, so
Yes.
It's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's a belief.
Way of life.
It's a belief or a way of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Religion is man-made.
Yeah, 'cause some folks
Christianity
playing
ain't
religion
even
and
religion.
backslide, you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
If
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
look in the Bible,
Yeah.
religion is not in
That's why I
there
want
at all.
that,
Yeah.
It's
So
right.
we
Yeah.
need to do away with that word because religion ain't nothing but just what you believe in.
I stand corrected. Way of life.
That's
Yeah,
what I asked.
there you
That's what
go.
I was gonna say, it's a
Way of life. So it's a way of life.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was
Appreciate that.
Right. So yeah, to answer his question, exactly, it's a way of life. So even though you don't want to commit, or there's still like a hesitant there, your hesitation a little bit, you can still do the research on it. Because how do you know what type of organizations that you might want to be involved in unless you do the research?
One more thing.
I've always
And you
felt
can't
like
just go to Google though.
Hold on.
everything- I've
Go
always
ahead,
felt
Chris.
Like, I always feel like everything is real. Like, you know, it's in some way, form, or fashion. It came from somewhere. Like,
Exactly.
people ain't that smart to keep recreating things that, you know, people just. You got to be oblivious to think that. I got a question for you. Like, so as far as the teeth and everything,
Right.
Yeah.
with the technology now, I feel like it may be like I'm not saying that y'all grow them up. I'm saying, like, is it easier now? I know that, like, what did they do back in the day? What's the difference between what they did with the teeth back in the day to what they do now? Like,
Well, I mean, far as ours, it's the same thing. You got your gold grill. We just got veneers.
Are you
done.
asking them, do they bite each other?
no.
No, he's
I'm talking
asking
about the way the
about
teeth
The,
are made.
the
like,
process
So
of
we didn't have that.
Some
What we
people-
got today.
Chisel them
Some
down.
people have natural fangs. Like he already had fangs.
Yeah, but-
like,
yeah,
natural.
So I feel like I got.
But we actually got ours done.
Yeah,
So.
so it's just a.
But like, what's
it's
the
the same
difference?
thing as getting a grill.
How was it done back then? They just shaved them back then, or
Probably chiseled them.
Yeah, yeah.
You could even in war, there was actual armies that used to chip and shave their teeth
that's-
down
Yeah.
during war so that they can use them during combat.
Right.
So I mean, it's
Hey.
it's just a
Found
different.
down.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, you remember Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Baraka
Do you?
Yeah. Or,
Right.
shaved his teeth. He didn't come out like that.
Melina,
Right.
she
He shaved his teeth
had
to be
the-
sharp, all of them. So that's that. But
Yeah.
You good? You good?
Y'all like Indian tribes? It's different type of vampires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different tribes
Yeah.
and different types
Alright.
of vampires.
Yeah.
There's warlocks. There's goblins, goons,
Okay.
Fairies.
zombies.
Like, what's
So-
the difference between the
Werewolves.
goons and the
There's
goblins?
so
You know what the
Mermaids.
difference between a goon and a goblin is? Come on, you from Alabama, you
yeah,
know what I'm
gotcha.
saying?
So-
So,
No, for
but
real.
there's
So I have-
different kinds.
Gotcha.
Go
so I
ahead.
have one more question.
Yeah.
All right. So being that I said what I said about religion, a way of life is one big piece of pie. You know what I'm saying? We just all taking our slice based on what we like.
Right.
Do you feel like you're a part of that piece of pie?
The piece that we're involved in?
Yeah.
Yes.
What you believe, what you operate in, do you feel like it's just like Christianity, Buddhism?
I feel like it's
Islam.
different. It's
Are you
different.
moved?
It's,
Huh?
We are really strong
Yeah.
about what we believe in.
yeah, but it's different. It's not like Christianity.
It's
All right.
not.
Does it separate you from understanding or separating yourself from what others believe?
No, not at all. I learn from you. So the more that you talk and the more knowledge that you put into me, the more that I am taking inside of myself. That doesn't mean that I'm just going to grasp onto it because you said it, but it'll make me go home and it'll make me
Yeah.
research.
You
what
sift
you
Right.
said.
through it and you
Right.
take the ingredients
Exactly.
you have to.
Goddamn right.
It's like
'Cause when
something-
I heard it 3-4 months ago, I have really been researching this
Right.
shit. I'm
Have
trying
you?
to figure out which lane.
So, do y'all have like a God or something that y'all pray to or
Yeah, we
believe
in
in?
God.
Yeah,
Yes, we believe in God.
definitely.
We do not. That's the thing. People always be like, so y'all believe in Satan? I mean, a lot of people stop talking to us because they think that we believe in Satan, like
Devil worship.
devil
cool.
worshipers.
So-
Like we
so-
just go to this
So if y'all
church
ask
of
somebody to
devil.
come spend night, y'all ain't gonna bite them or nothing like
No.
that.
No, no,
So
No.
the
Like,
reason,
we
I'm gonna
real
sleep on y'all
respectable.
couch, goddamn.
the reason
Right.
why I asked y'all that is because everybody has been eating cheese pizza.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all might have anchovies on y'all pizza.
I got you.
And motherfuckers don't understand anchovies or
Right.
never heard of them.
Yeah.
So they not gonna take no cheese and anchovy pizza.
Right.
But they never tasted it, so they don't know if they like it or not.
Exactly.
So that's why I asked y'all that, because I think this is just me. This is an opinionated point I'm finna make. I think we are all God experiencing God in different forms.
Right.
Yeah.
We are only here because God got bored. If he wanted us all to be the same, we would have the same face. We had the same hair. We had the same skin. We'll think the same. We'll move the same. And then it'll be a long line of people trying to do all the same
Right.
shit.
Right.
So I think God got bored and was like, hey, I'm finna create myself in every way possible.
Right.
And
I mean-
see if people can come together and realize that, hey, you, me, and he, me too. But if your ego is too big and your belief and your condition is too big, then you won't open your mind to understand
Right.
somebody else's point of view.
That's real.
Which is, I believe this is the point of view podcast.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Like, I personally, I don't believe in God.
You don't believe in God?
I don't believe in God based on what I have learned throughout my life. Like, I believed in God for so long, like pretty much all my life. But here recently, in my recent research, what I have found out is God is a made-up creator. Like, he's a made-up fictional character. He's not, like, man made him up, white man made him up. Like, that's why I don't believe in God or Christianity, and I believed in it for so long. Do I believe in the creator? Yeah, I believe in the creator. I just don't believe in the figure of
So
God.
are there any prayers that you pray? Do you
I wanted
pray?
to
I
ask
pray
you
to the
something.
creator.
Yeah, so, you know, we have conversations all the time about
Speak up just a little bit, please.
religion and the Bible and stuff like that. So I hear you and I feel you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not judging you because it's
Right.
like, where did it come from?
Right.
So we actually, it's like, you know how you've been brought up and everybody believes in the same thing? Like,
Yes,
you got to
control.
believe in that.
Yeah.
You got to
Condition.
believe in that.
Yep.
You got to do that.
Condition.
So
Right.
we actually learn how to read and do things on our own. So I understand. I feel you. It's safe right here.
Living in reality. That's what I'm hearing.
hey,
It's like
hey,
living
oh,
in, because everybody.
crowd.
Go ahead.
Low key, she's actually said the crazy thing is God is a name that was made up. Don't mean
Yeah.
it don't mean God was made up.
Exactly.
Right.
Like you say, you believe in the creator,
Creator,
not God.
yeah.
I was just
But,
gonna
but
say
you gotta
that.
remember, he goes by many names.
Lot of
You just
names.
chose
That's
to
true.
call him the creator.
Creator.
You
You
get what I'm saying?
choose.
That's
She was
true.
conditioned
So-
to believe that was the name.
It's the same. It's the same thing made all of us. We all
Yeah.
got something inside of us that feels a higher power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just gotta respect everybody. What the names that we all call them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You believe in the creator, so you
Right.
believe it. It's just the name that you calling them. You ain't gotta believe
Yes.
in it the way they believe in it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's just based on the knowledge that the way of life, the way he came about, it all came from our people, our
Yeah.
black people. So
Yeah.
I can't, and in the same token, you can't tell me that this man look like me with, hair of wool, but you give me a picture of a white man with blonde
Well, that
long
was-
hair.
that was
actually
Jesus.
brave.
You can't do
for
that.
That was
actually
that,
speaking
that was
out
You
about
Jesus.
can't do that.
That
Well,
was
actually,
Jesus,
it's not
though.
even Jesus. Tell
That
him
was
who it
Jesus.
was.
But-
Tell him,
but,
Tell us who it was, Alexander.
Who was on that picture.
Caesar Borgia.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Caesar Borgia.
Okay.
Caesar Borgia.
That was Caesar Borgia.
Okay. He's a reader.
That was Caesar Borgia.
Yeah.
And they painted him two
That's an
different
illegitimate
times.
son,
He was the
yeah.
son of a king.
Yeah.
They painted him one time in the palace and one
Yeah.
time when he was
That's
in
Mona Lisa
captivity.
brother. Yeah.
Listen,
All right.
you were speaking of Jesus.
Right.
Let me tell you this though. Don't ever tell nobody you don't believe in God. You don't believe in the God you were conditioned to believe in.
Right.
You know that there's a creator. You know there's a higher power, so you know there's a higher purpose. So you believe in something. So don't ever say you don't believe in God. You just don't believe in what you were conditioned to believe God is.
Right.
Well,
But
she
that's
just
her
said it-
point. So
right,
if she
that was
want to
just the
say
fastest way of
that she
saying
don't
it.
believe in God, that's her
That's
point
why
of
they
view.
made categories.
I don't
like
believe
atheist
in
and
the
stuff.
Christianity.
Yeah.
I don't
Christianity
believe
is-
in that. That's a made up
Christianity
religion.
is the youngest religion.
Yeah.
If
It's
we
a
want to,
made-up
okay, we're gonna go
religion.
down a
Yeah.
rabbit hole. Let's go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, no.
Well, we don't have that long to go
No.
down the
Listen,
hole.
listen,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
simply.
Go ahead. But you
You know
can
that
cheat.
pie I was telling y'all about?
Yeah.
Christianity was the last slice.
Yeah.
Nobody
If you,
wanted
the
to
Immaculate
pick no-
Conception comes
Nobody
from
wanted
Horus,
more than
Osiris, and Set. You know what I'm saying? That Immaculate Conception that Jesus was. I'm not ever don't quote me saying that Jesus wasn't real. Jesus was a real man, but Jesus was metaphysical. Why do you think he was able to heal? The same stuff you see everybody attempting to do, he actually tapped in and did. He was pure. He got to that point of purity. He wasn't distracted by all the technology and all the different living centuries that came along with man recreating, which is what God does. God created us, so we recreate. But to go down that rabbit hole is simple, man. Like, Christianity is the youngest religion, and they came together with 600 to 700 years of information and created the Bible. And I'm telling you that as somebody who followed it. My grandfather being pastor, grandmother being first lady. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the church. I actually read the Bible, Old Testament, and the covenants, New Testament, all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to realize that it's a conundrum of contradictions.
It was
that keeps
designed.
you-
It was designed for
It was
control.
designed to keep
Mind
you.
control.
If you
Bow
follow
down,
it, if
bow
you follow
down.
it in a linear way, you're going to be confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you live life and understand and experience, you'll learn to understand that it is a part. It's ingredients you got to take out of that. You know what I'm saying? But if you just look at the Bible as the only book that you're supposed to read,
You're gonna be lost.
going to be lost.
Yeah. And even to your comment, I just want you to say, even though you said that you don't believe in God, but you believe in the Creator,
Right.
you can feel the Creator's presence even
Yeah.
stronger because of that.
Yeah.
So don't think, just like you said, the different pieces of the pie, your connection is even stronger because you're going straight to Him. You're not going through
Yeah.
any other
Nobody
channels
else.
to get
Right.
to Him.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's the same thing when you guys ask, do you believe in God? Yes, we believe in the God. So our
Right.
connection is a lot stronger.
Right.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So vampirism,
Is this,
like
is
other-
This, is this about us or what? God, dog.
She ready to get on
Surprise.
it. What's the sex set? We was talking sex in here.
y'all wanna
I came here for
Oh, well,
the
let's
sex.
mix
I
it.
tried to take it off y'all. I tried to take it off y'all. I tried.
We can flip pages.
We came here for the
I tried.
sex.
We came here for the sex. Where is the sex? God.
Yo,
Love language.
Yeah.
Let's flip. I mean, this
Let's do it. Let's do it.
straight to the next page. Then.
yes.
Let's start back down the line.
Love languages. Late night POV. This is the Daiquiri King. We sure are glad y'all here. We're gonna go ahead and switch topics.
Already.
We're gonna switch lanes real quick and start talking about love languages because everyone has one. We all need it so that we can be great for our other partner and or just great in business. So I definitely just want to go around and just ask each and every one of you if you can just tell us in a couple of words what your love language is and why. Either you can start there or you can start
No, let's
there.
start on that side.
You got heads and tails. Hold on.
No, okay, bet. I start. I was basically gonna say that in exploring myself in the 33 going on 34 years, I'm not gonna tell you that I look or yearn for any individual characteristic of a love language. I think I'm a percentage of all of them. I think in
So there's
certain-
5 of them though.
Yeah.
And if you had to choose one, which I'm gonna ask you if you would,
Okay.
word of affirmation, physical touch, quality time, gifts, or acts of service.
Acts of service.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because you get all other 4 in acts of service.
You get all the other 4
Absolutely.
in the acts of
Absolutely.
service.
There's no way you don't get any of those other 4 with any act
About to say.
in
Okay.
any act of service.
I have
I don't-
someone.
that's
Hold
my
on, hold on
opinion.
1 second. Can't she has a point, and this is the Point of View podcast. Here, I got you, Chantel. You got a mic?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I heard that's. Go ahead, Chantel. What's your point of view?
My point of view is
Speak into the mic so we can hear you.
in the mic.
No, you're not.
Don't be shy tonight, Chantel.
It is on. I am talking into the mic.
Somebody asked, can you have more than one love language?
Put this motherfucker down my throat.
Hey.
Check 1, check 2.
Yeah.
Check mic 1, 2. You all right?
All right,
Whatever.
state your
My
claim.
shit
What's your
over
what's your point?
This one working.
Come
All
on.
right.
He thinks that if you get one language, you get them all, and
Right.
that's not true because you can get one, but your partner could not like to kiss and not like to hug, but
True
still
enough.
give you gifts and still do the other things. But now you're lacking the physical touch that the one that needs that requires.
And
That's what I said.
That's what you said. You said if you get one,
If
you,
you
get
get-
them all.
if you-
I
choose-
did not say that out of all 5, if you pick one, you get all
no,
of
the
4.
one that you picked. You said if
An
you
act
get that,
of
you get them
service.
all.
An act of service can be all 4 of them in one. That's what I was saying.
it could be, but it's most
It could
likely
be.
not going
What?
to happen
Acts
like
of
that.
service
It
aren't
could be,
love
but
and
it's most
affection.
likely not going to happen like that.
Okay,
because
so
it's a
let me say
gesture.
this.
It's more
Have you
an
ever
act of
took the
service.
test?
An act of service would be like
All right.
more of gestures.
All right.
Of during like a day, like for instance, if I
I'ma
had
carry your
baby
groceries.
and it's a 99-cent, I love you. It was just the act that I just thought of you, and it's not the 99 cents. It's the nigga wasn't nobody
Thoughtful
else thinking
things.
about you, and
All
I
right.
brought some shit home. So
All right.
say thank you.
All right. So act of
So
service.
is it safe to say you've never took the test? Have you ever taken the actual test?
I have.
Okay. And what did it come? What did it say you were?
It told me that I was words of affirmation and affection.
So how did you come up with acts of service?
I said I came
asking.
up with acts of service because I believe that with acts of service you can get all other 4. So, case in point, if my woman knows me and she loves me, she wants to create an act of service where she, you know what I'm saying, books me a staycation or a vacation or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She books it somewhere. She gives me the affection. She gives me the words of affirmation. She gives me the action and appreciation. She gives me all of them in one little gesture, act of service.
So Chief's Rebels.
Chiefs Rebels.
Chief Rebel, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Acts of service
That was
would be
crazy.
his love language. Chief Rebel, my bad, Chief.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What it was again?
What would be
The
the
five.
love language?
I don't know, man. Probably time.
Time.
That's something valuable you can't get back. You gotta be
Yeah.
careful how you spend it. And
For
I'm the
sure.
type of person, if I ain't fucking with you, you ain't finna get my time. So,
For sure. For
yeah,
sure.
so I say time.
Time. Was that a love language? Was that one of them?
That's the most important one too.
Well, time is power. Power is time. It's the meaning.
For me, I have to say all of the above.
Okay.
Because if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You're gonna get all that from me. I'm an affectionate person. I love love. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm a hopeless romantic. So love.
But
is
if you only
easy
had
for
to
me.
choose one, y'all not going with the.
It's hard.
I did,
You don't
nigga.
have
I
to
did
have
But
one.
you gotta
That's the
know.
point.
But you
I
gotta
kept it
know
brief and
who.
breezy.
So that
Because
what that's
you can
telling
have-
me is that
Okay,
y'all
well, let
don't
me
know
say-
y'all.
No.
Let me say, okay,
But
well,
you
let
can
me
have
say-
more
What
than
would
one.
be
Let
what
me
would be
say-
your thing?
let me
Because
say
there is a
acts of
love
service.
language that makes you
I'ma-
go.
Yeah, it's more than one.
I'm gonna say acts of service then.
Acts of service would be
Yes.
that would be the one that you need, won't?
Yeah, because the dude that I'm with now, when we met, he didn't have nobody that was like really feeding him, and he was a good dude.
Yeah.
So I cooked for him.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you. The gestures part.
Yeah, that was my way to show you, hey,
Okay.
this take time. That's the labor of love.
It
You know what
wasn't
I'm
no
saying?
rotel,
So, no, nah. Look, don't let this fool you, okay?
Y'all be the one be tearing some shit up now.
There you go.
I'm a skinny fat dude myself.
Right side.
These questions that the
Young.
people are
What are the questions
Yeah,
on the
it's
comments?
questions in
Go
the
ahead.
comments.
Read the comments.
So one of them said, "Can you have more than one love language?" And then the next
just
said,
said that.
"Act of service." It was like, that's the first time I heard of that.
Because act of service is all of them.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like you can have more than one.
I feel like you can,
I got
too.
multiple because I'm like a real.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you can have more than one? Or well, I can't say that you can or can't, but why do you need more than one?
I don't. It's not just you need it. It's.
You think everybody
She
should
needs it. She needs it.
I need it.
Yeah. So one won't satisfy her. You can give her all of one, and miss out on those other ones, and there will be a complaint about.
I'm a physical
You
person.
need-
That's
Right.
why.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
a real physical person.
touch would be your love
Yes,
language.
yeah.
But
First.
You gotta do more
Yeah.
than touch it though,
But you gotta
Jack.
do
You
more
gotta
than
do more than just touch
You
it.
gotta have those sweet little
You
moments.
gotta
where
squeeze
Yeah.
that hook and
You
everything.
gotta have those text messages.
First of all, I didn't even know I needed it until he started giving it, and then
That's
I was like,
understood.
and then when it stopped, and you was like, what the fuck? What just?
Yeah.
So he
Hello,
opened it
what?
up.
Yeah.
That's understood.
But yeah, we have
shit.
multiple, and some of them are the same between.
That's why I think
So
I
physical
have more
touch
than
would
one
be
too.
yours.
Yeah.
Gestures would be yours. What would be
Just
your
because you
other-
want me to have just one.
I mean,
You have to give it
Yeah,
up
because
one.
this guy right here
Eat
is
the
this guy right
Oreo
here.
Starburst.
I
Yeah,
swear.
let's say fuck it, yeah.
I swear.
Okay.
How you gonna
Mike.
control people's thoughts?
Mike.
You
Mike.
can't do that.
Mike, you on a panel
you
full of
open
people
this
who
out,
don't
who
want
are
to be put in a
creators.
box.
Hey,
Right, we
Look.
don't.
let me help out that quick. That go in.
I'm trying.
Let me help him out. Let me help him out. Let me help him out. Let me help him
Look.
out. So y'all gotta understand the question. So you gotta think about it's a percentage on everything that you do, right?
Exactly.
So he's
Yeah.
asking what is the
main one.
What is the main one?
Main
See,
one, yeah.
you everybody needs everything. You know,
True
it's
enough.
it's time and place for everything. But what is the one that that agrees most with you? I would say. You know what I'm saying? Because we all need
catch all
everything.
jank.
Words of affirmation would be mine. Like like my lady, I come through the house, tell me something. If I walk through and I just got my shit done with my hair and all this, motherfucker, come tell me some shit. Tell me something.
Okay, so let
You know
me
what I'm
say
saying?
this. As
Like that would be
men-
mine. Affirm
as
and
men-
affirm
Yeah,
me
boy.
when I come through.
As
Like if
men-
the dinner, hold on a second. If the dinner's good, say, you know what I'm saying, it was smacking. You change the temperature in the house. Say something. Just don't ignore who the fuck and what the fuck I got going on, because my love is special.
So as men, y'all might be able to have one, but as a woman is more than one thing. She's multiple things. So she's gonna
Women
want.
tend to be
We were created
complainers.
for that. No.
Let's not do that. Don't do
No.
that.
Hold
Don't do
on,
that.
Because hold on. I
Thing is-
resent that. Because I'm not a nagger.
Do
I
not
don't
do that.
nag.
I'm not gonna get mad at what
I
you
was
said
just
because
saying,
y'all,
y'all-
if y'all know
I
this
don't
guy.
nag.
Women, would y'all say maybe?
No. No.
Y'all could complain a
So,
little bit more than
That
that.
depends on the woman.
No,
it
no
depends
women
on the
don't-
woman.
A man
That
shouldn't be
depends on the
complaining too
woman.
much, no damn way.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So would y'all
First of
say
all,
men
I was
complain more
stuck
than
on
women?
him saying
No,
words
what it
about
is that
And
women,
now,
we were made like this. We were built like
Okay.
for that. Your
Got you.
men are built for
So y'all were built-
respect and
Got you.
and you know that type of stuff. We were made for love, nurturing, all that shit. We carry babies.
I got
So
She ain't
we,
lying.
the hell. You know, it's not complaining. Is you might just not be giving it. How about that?
But how I
I might be lacking. Shit, you might be right about that.
Look, but hold on. See, I'm gonna tell you, my mama was real old school. This is what she told me. If you got a motherfucker that want to be in your face, whether it's a man, woman, clown, dog, that motherfucker gonna make sure they in your face.
Yeah.
They gonna make sure that you don't have time for nobody else.
Yeah.
Can't nobody else do shit for you because, hey, I'm doing it. It's already done. It's taken
Yeah.
care of. You don't have to complain. You don't have to ask. It's already done.
Yeah.
Now, if I have to complain and ask you for what I want, then you're not the one for me. I need to move on.
That's real.
Because you're supposed to
Yeah.
know me, I'm supposed to know you.
That's real.
Give me what I need, I'm
Well,
going to give you what I need. And what
on
I
a
want
clean
going to
slate,
come
I
in
would say,
between.
I would say
Chief
on a-
Rebel, what you got?
On a clean slate, that's valid.
Yeah.
But if you took advantage of that treatment and then you expecting it, nah, you can't tell me
No, that's
that
a
now
whole
I
different-
don't want you because I'm not giving you something I once
It's
gave
not.
you.
It's
And-
not that
what
I'm
about-
taking advantage.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying you. I'm just speaking in general. I'm
Okay,
saying
that's what
what
I'm
you
saying.
saying is valid, but
Right.
only on a clean slate because
Yeah.
you have a lot of people, male and female, who get that treatment that you looking for
It's expected.
and don't respect it.
That's
And
true.
then when they don't get it no more, they want to make that other person a problem. When that ain't the case.
So-
You mistreated something that you once had, and now that somebody taking away from you, you want to try to make them the bad person instead of accepting the fact that you took advantage of something that you was looking for.
So we have
We
some
got-
more
we got
from
comments.
YouTube.
We got people on the comments.
You have
We
to
got
know
people
your
in the comments.
exit. You have to know when
One
to-
person said it's paying her bills a love language, and then
It's paying,
damn.
Yes.
it's paying bills.
Yes.
and then
Language.
that was a man who
Yes.
said that. Then another young lady, she said, "We're not complainers. We have things of concern."
We're not
So
complainers. We
Being
have
other
things
folk
to
business.
concern.
That's subjective. That's subjective right there.
Yeah.
Because things of
Look, ain't
concern.
nobody-
Don't concern
Okay,
them
let's go ahead and put this in perspective. Women speak on from what they feel. Men speak on from what we think.
Right.
So if a man tries to get a woman to think about how she feels, that's where he's wrong.
Yep.
He has to meet her where she feels so then he can get her to think. And vice versa. Women try to get men to feel when we think. If you try to meet a man with his feelings, he's not going to meet you there. He's going to meet you with logic.
Yeah.
So
Took me a long
that's the
time to
miscommunication between the two. And love language will go a long way if people understand that aspect of.
Every time you talk, you have to say in layman's terms before you make your comment.
Why?
Because you just broke it down beautifully for everybody. I'm just saying, like, some of them might not get it, but the way you break it down and the way it helps them digest it a lot smoother.
I
Yeah,
like the way
you know what I'm
think,
saying?
son.
Because when a woman comes to me and they say, "Hey, what you think about such and such, such," and I tell her what I think, she gets immediately irate because she's speaking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Her base and her root is from what she feels.
Right.
So she's not asking me what I feel about it.
Yeah.
She's asking what I think about it.
Exactly.
And then I come to her and ask her, "Hey, what you think about this?"
She ain't
And the
thinking
think
shit.
part is no, because she's thinking from where she feels.
Right.
Yeah,
You
we-
can't
me
outfeel
and
a
him will
woman
do
and you
that.
can't outthink a man.
Perfect.
He just explained that to me. You just
Hey.
All right.
Someone said very well said. Her name's, I don't want to mess her name up, but I think it's Donisha.
Well,
She said very
D.
well said.
Yeah.
What's
Thank you,
the next one? What
donation.
we got?
So basically, it's just going about boundaries as well. Since we're talking about love languages,
Don't do
we might as
nothing
well-
to me you can't except me doing to you.
That's tit for tat. That's
Man,
eye for
right
eye.
there.
No,
No,
that's tit
for
for tat. That's
real.
eye for eye.
But the
there.
question
No.
really
Ain't
is
going
about
tit for tat.
boundaries
I'm just
is
letting the motherfucker know.
why. Of course, we know that they're to keep people away from you.
Yeah.
But the question is, why is it so hard for us to stand on the boundaries that we set?
shit,
So,
it-
for
it ain't
instance,
hard.
like I'll give you
have to
another
be-
chance, or I'm gonna give you. I give you another chance. I'll give you another chance. There's a lot of people that get done bad.
You
get
said
done
that
wrong.
You set the
Get
the
done
boundaries.
wrong. Go ahead.
You set the boundaries with the anticipation that
Exactly.
you're not gonna be in love with this person. So you already set false boundaries.
Well, at the same time, I mean,
You're not setting the boundaries.
When you set a boundary, I don't think that you go in thinking that you're not going to be with that person. Just set the boundary.
Setting a boundary for multiple people and then holding one individual that you in love with to that boundary to everybody.
No,
it's
that
not
would be the case.
realistic.
It's different rules, I think, sometimes, too.
Yeah, it would be a different rule between business and personal.
But just because I'm in love with you, don't mean you can walk all over me and treat me like shit neither.
But you
so why is this? The question is, why do you think it's so hard? Because you can't just overlook it. Because people out there, there's people out there, and we once probably were too. They could not just, get took advantage of.
Or ain't experienced enough pain to goddamn nobody. You know what I mean?
Some people fall in love and don't understand. Like, they fall in love and never even talked about boundaries. And then it's like, oh, shit, where the fuck that come from?
Why are boundaries important?
Boundaries are important because fighting, arguing, all that, keep from hurting that other person or.
Boundaries keep balance, man.
Surprises, shocks.
I don't think that's valid.
Boundaries keep balance.
I think so.
Why don't you think that that's valid? And then I want you to tell me why you stated that.
Okay. I go say it now, like me just being Marine Corps with structure, you know what I'm saying, with boundaries and certain things with their structure. You know, if you go against them damn rules, your ass getting wrote up and dealt with was affecting your pay, your family's way of life, or et cetera, et cetera. So you know if it's structure set and it's boundaries, it's gonna be a balance. Shit, some people just gonna go against the grain. You got that, you know what I'm saying? That's how it just is with just my way of thinking.
And that's why that's my point, is when you create boundaries that's not foolproof, there are going to be people that you explain these boundaries to, that you tell, hey, I don't like red Kool-Aid, I like blue Kool-Aid. And they're going to bring you red Kool-Aid.
Anyway.
And then they're going to try to mix in and bring you purple Kool-Aid because they want you to have this red, but that's all they know how to give. So at a point, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to realize that, hey, you can set boundaries all day, but if you don't have the awareness to adjust the personnel, because you can like somebody way past the time you're supposed to be dealing with them. Yeah. And you bypassing the fact that they can only give you red Kool-Aid, but you just have this. They got potential to give you blue.
Yeah. You have to teach them.
At the same time, boundaries are set to create limits for a person to go. So just like we had a Doberman Pinscher, and we put an electric fence on the outside of it, so don't go past that fence. He got shocked a couple of times. That's your red Kool-Aid. But eventually, we didn't need that fence no more because he knew not to go past that fence. So at the same time, I think boundaries are important. I think boundaries are important in some relationships because you need to know that pit bull that you have next to you. You know that they've crossed those lines before. They're so used to doing certain things, and you got to know this is my yard.
Teach them.
Yeah, this is my yard. You got to know these limits.
You have to teach them, and you have to have somebody that's willing to be taught. Like for real.
Go ahead, Chris. We got great point, by the way, Alizé. Great point, Chief.
Can y'all hear me? I got this is important. I'm gonna say this is just my opinion. I like to say in my opinion because everybody got their own, right?
Point of view.
I feel like boundaries ain't important. People are important. Most boundaries are made because of trauma that you went through before a person that you with. So if you come into a relationship with certain boundaries, you might not need those boundaries for the next person. Learn that person before you set your boundary. Boundaries should be the last thing you talk about. Get to know the person.
So you should say in a relationship, ma'am, you've been pretty quiet. How do you feel about boundaries over there?
She keeping it in.
Do you feel that they're needed? Do you feel my man next to you said that you should probably come into a relationship not even thinking about boundaries?
We got 2 more questions.
It comes from hurt. I know. I'm paraphrasing.
People are important, not boundaries.
People are important, not boundaries.
It's different. So you got to learn the person before you, because you might not even need that boundary with them.
You fine. What's your point on that? Go ahead.
So, in regards to boundaries,
okay.
I believe that people have to know what their boundaries are.
Yeah.
I'm talking in the mind, but I'm not about to put my lips on it.
Hey.
It's like you in a it's like you got a Put your hand
Say
over
I'm not rocking the mic,
Put your hand
nigga.
over the mic and then talk.
She put that
I'm not rocking the mic, nigga.
Cup the mic so you can, there you go.
Like I would cut.
There you go.
Hey.
So, what I was saying about boundaries are Boundaries are very important. The thing about it is when you have boundaries, most individuals don't know what their boundaries are because they truly don't know themselves.
That's real.
Okay. So once you get with an individual and you don't know what your boundaries are, and they don't know what their boundaries
Y'all
are,
gonna
that
go through some
creates
shit.
confusion.
Yep.
Right? So I feel like, and this is just how I do things, I'm solid with myself. I know what my faults are. I know what I'm good at. I know what I'm bad at. And I know what my worst looks like.
That's real.
So I'm coming in with that information. Now, that's also up to that person to be in a position to where they're willing to move through those boundaries with me.
That's real.
If they're willing to, like, stick it in the mud, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or just,
Progress
if they want to
with
fuck
you.
with it or not.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to know yourself when you're going into any type of relationship. It can be a friendship or anything. Hey, just because I am like this does not mean that I cannot change.
Yeah.
However, this is where I'm at right now, so meet me where I'm at. You have that choice. That way that person will know how to move forward with you in a relationship or not.
Right.
That's real. Comments?
So, yeah.
Fire.
So it's two of them. One of them is it rules
Read out,
or
read, out,
boundaries?
read out the name.
Her name's Donisha. She
Okay.
said, is it rules or boundaries, or are they one and the same? And then she also asks, and as the relationship grows, do the boundaries change?
Anyone of y'all want to field that question?
Ladies.
I can say this. I can honestly say
Hey,
this,
by the way,
like,
great question out there in TV land.
Great
We sure
question.
appreciate y'all.
I can say
Shout-
this.
shout
Yeah,
out
shout out to the chat.
room.
Shout out to the
booming
chat.
right
Shout
now.
out to the chat room.
So the boundaries
I
in my
think I-
relationship was different when I first started in my relationship because he was in a different occupation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I understood that certain things came with that occupation. You know what I mean? You also have to understand the person that you're dealing with.
Okay.
If you don't understand the person that you're dealing with, nothing matters anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as I progressed
That's
in
a
my
dangerous area to
relationship-
be in. That nothing matters.
But as I progressed in my relationship, things changed because the boundaries in our relationship changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my boundaries were a little bit looser. His became a little bit looser. You know what I'm saying? So we started engaging in other types of things. But we were both comfortable with what we were engaging with. So is it possible that it could change? Yes, it's very
Yeah, very.
possible that it could change.
But how do you
I'm
change
living
that
it.
without interrupting the relationship?
You won't find out until.
Okay, let's go.
something happens.
Let's just go and be just
So look,
point blank.
So-
Okay, look, this how my relationship changed. When I first met my dude, I was not into women. I didn't like girls. I was not into that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Then, as he opened up to me and was like, "Well, hey, you know,
This how we
I'm
gotta pop
really
out."
interested. This is something I would like to
So we
try."
Here we
All
go.
right.
Yeah, and I fought myself because when we did it, I liked it.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I was in that God complex.
I got
So
you.
I fought myself back and forth. Then one
was
day
a
I was like,
moral-
man, fuck it.
was a
Yeah, it was
moral
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
me. It is what it is.
I got you.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, it could change. It
Yeah.
could definitely change. It
Okay,
just depends
hey,
on
now
how
let me
you
ask you
change and what
this.
you open to.
did it benefit your relationship or did it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You smile.
Hey.
From the crowd one time.
Nah, for real.
Can I accent on
Ain't
that?
nothing wrong with that. We appreciate your point of view.
Oh, definitely.
I really like what when he said on the end, you know, boundaries, like when you set up that fence for your dog, eventually they gonna stop. But a lot of times when you set boundaries before you get to, I like a person, I want you to do whatever you do. I want to get to know you. I don't want no boundaries because when you set boundaries, a lot of times you be 3 years in a relationship, you don't even realize who you in the room with because they ain't been they self because they've been
training
in a
them
That's a good point
boundary.
of view.
play the
Right.
role.
That's a good point of view.
So
I'm gonna give you points for that one. That's a good point of view.
yeah,
right there.
man. A lot of
Training them to
boundaries
play
come
the
from
role.
a lot of boundaries come from negative connotations,
want
come
that.
from negative actions from people who you're not even dealing
And
with.
negligence.
Well,
So-
but at the same time, like you said, training. Because the same way that in a relationship.
Are we training these out?
I have to-
See,
now-
that's what I'm
So-
saying.
I have
See,
to-
it's dangerous.
No. At
It's
the same
dangerous.
time, I have to be trained as well because.
Is there another word we can use than
Well,
train?
well,
I
co-
like the
well-
word.
Well,
by the way.
coaching. Sometimes the coach got to be coached.
I mean, no,
You know what I mean? So-
it's real. I mean,
Sometimes
she trained
coach
me in
gotta be
certain.
coached
We sat up one day and we nitpicked at some of the things that that irritate the hell out of me that she did. That I
wasn't
just
nitpick, we had conversations.
It was a
So there's no other way
But
that
it
we
was
can
like-
say in a relationship other than training. Let's take care of the
That's what he's getting
You say learning?
So we
Learning.
sat and asked each other. We've been together for a very long time.
That's understandable.
And we sat and asked, okay, what are the things that you hate that I do, and what are the things that you love that I do?
Oh no, not only that.
Or not, yeah.
Some things that I can live with.
Yeah,
That's real.
yeah,
And
that's
some
what it was.
things
Sounds like y'all
That
talking
we
about
can't-
compromise.
And
That we
some
can't
things that
live
I'm
with.
like, you know what, I can't do the bras in the bathroom hanging up on the thing. That
I
has
couldn't
to-
do the cans in the refrigerator.
Yeah, you
so
know
it
what
was
I'm
like-
saying? So it was certain things, but
real.
at the same time,
That was some real
All the
shit
cans.
right there.
As we opened up to each other, I had to train myself to get rid of those bad habits that I
Right.
had to fit the person that I'm with. So she
Right.
had boundaries that I knew that, okay, that irritated her. Let me change those myself,
Yeah.
and as she did for me so that way we can have a
But I
better
think
relationship.
I think where y'all speaking from right now is the second phase of boundaries, as to where what he was speaking on.
Compromise.
I think boundaries
Because-
also
I
come from
was just gonna say
PTSD.
that,
But
compromise.
true.
Hold on
but,
1 second. Chief, go ahead.
Well, but what he was speaking on is phase one of boundaries.
Yeah.
Meaning, I'm not going to train or coach you on how to be
I'm sorry, you
the
gonna
person I'm looking for. I'm going
Yeah.
to see what you would rather do.
So you want to see her be ratchet as soon as she
I
come
like
out the
that.
box.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see what type of person I'm dealing with
Right.
before I tell you, hey, I think
Let me
you got
see
the
what you'd rather do.
potential.
I like the way you put that.
Yeah, that's
Then-
that's what he was saying.
then you know-
Well,
I
would you
appreciate
set
that.
boundaries on somebody that you don't even care about?
That's what
Hell
that's
yeah,
what
you
he's
better.
saying.
No,
No,
Get to know
I'm
him
saying no,
first.
of course.
You
You
say
get to
wouldn't,
know him
you
first.
wouldn't set a boundary
Yeah,
on
I
somebody,
would.
but he's saying boundaries in relationships.
right. But what he was saying and what he was speaking on is the first stage. It's a phase one. You don't put boundaries on somebody. You have to see what they would rather do. You have to see the type of person they
That they
are.
are.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
How
You
can
set
you get
that
to
up.
know somebody who you telling them what to do? So
Because if I'm
here's
training
an
you-
example. A lot of women would be like, I don't want you around a lot of women. Okay, you go 3 years with him not being around women. He work at UPS. He might get a corporate job where there's women in the office, right? Now he's around women. So he might be a guy who could be around women and still be faithful to you. Or he might have been faithful those years because you had a boundary to where he couldn't be around women and you don't even know if
He
he's
operated
really,
within
First
that
of all, you shouldn't
boundary.
be
he's
saying
really not even
something like
faithful.
that.
He
I
just
wouldn't
never had the
like-
Correct, you
temptation.
heating up, brother.
This is
Welcome.
ridiculous.
I wouldn't
Right.
call that necessarily a boundary. I would
That's
I would
insecurity.
call it
That's
That's
jealousy.
insecurity there.
It's insecurity.
Right.
It's
I
jealousy.
wouldn't, I wouldn't call that
It's
necessarily
crazy.
a
You
boundary.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A boundary would be something that I
Hold
say-
on 1 second, y'all. I
that-
was like, go ahead.
That a boundary would be something different, not so much as you can't be you, but something that I won't accept for me.
Right.
So if that's a bound, these are my limits. Not so much as that these are your limits, but if I'm telling you, hey, I don't like smokers, that's a boundary for me. And she come in and we're dating, and I'm telling you, hey, this is a boundary for me. That doesn't necessarily mean you can't smoke. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean you can't go do, but it just means
don't
that
do it around
we ain't
you,
gonna-
yeah.
we ain't gonna match.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying.
make sac-
To
you
let
make
a person be a person, but I think a
Compromise
boundary
is
is
too, though.
more of a self thing in a relationship.
Right. So what's the difference in telling her, hey, I don't like smokers, and then meeting up with her and just seeing her activity and her personality and her character, and then y'all go outside and she pull out a cigarette.
Some
then
people-
you
Is
decide right
compromising
then and
really
there.
that hard, y'all?
Huh?
It's compromising. That's what I'm
That's-
hearing. It's
yeah, I was gonna
compromising.
say
But
that.
I'm saying
that hard.
if you meet her
gotta come to a medium,
and
man.
one of your
Real
the cigarettes
bad
is your
shit.
boundary.
Right.
What's wrong with seeing that she's smoking cigarettes and saying, you know what, this ain't even gonna work?
That's,
you know what I'm
your,
saying?
that's your boundary.
Right, but you
But she
didn't
could
put
be
you
in
didn't
love
place it
with
upon
that's your
her.
deal
You didn't-
breaker, really.
Listen, but here's the point we're trying to make. You didn't place it on her to say, hey, I don't like smoking. She might like you enough to act like she don't smoke in front of you.
Right.
So if you just observe it and realize that's not for you, instead of putting it in front of her face so she can play a role, what's the difference in that?
But you didn't put a boundary on her in particular. You put a boundary on yourself. So
Right.
it doesn't matter if it's her, or the next girl that comes in and sits at that table. That was the boundary that was already set.
Right,
So
but the
that-
one,
right. So
the
it
one
doesn't
we
matter.
talking about,
Right.
could not smoke
That's kind of
cigarettes
like a deal breaker
in front of you.
if you see somebody-
No,
Wow.
no, just period. If I don't like cigarette smoke, I just don't.
Right, but
That's
if
a
you
boundary.
tell her off the rip that you don't like it, she could dress it up to where she don't smell.
But that's
like
being
it, don't-
fake. That's different.
Yeah, you don't want to do
That's
that.
That's
being
my
fake.
point.
Yeah, you
when
don't-
you
Yeah.
set boundaries too early, you give people too much room to be fake.
Well, you can't escape that. Period.
But they gonna be anyway.
You can if you look at
if you really
they'll
like
trick you
somebody
out there. They tricking you.
They do trick you.
I've
been tricked several times.
Hey, you tricked a couple of times too.
I'm a female. I have 3 brothers, no sisters. I hang with dudes, so I know. Hey, for the shit that females do when niggas do out here to make a motherfucker feel like or think they this and they
wrap it
not.
up.
Oh, damn.
You never know.
If you give a motherfucker an itinerary on how to tour you,
They're gonna maneuver around it.
They gonna maneuver around it. You're not gonna get the real authentic version of them.
But you
But
can't.
if you don't get them no syllabus to run off of, then you gonna get the real
You
them.
don't know the study for them.
Hey, instead of meeting somebody and say, hey, I don't like smoking, why not just say, hey, you smoke? And
Why
then
is it
you
about
know,
smoking?
why don't you just be with somebody who don't do the things that you don't that are your boundaries, right?
That's like getting to
But
know
that's why you
people.
get to
That's
know
saying the
somebody, you
people's important,
figure out what they do instead of changing that person.
Right.
Why not get with somebody you really like?
That's why you say the people's
No, that was
important,
it.
not the boundary.
Right.
But
That's
honestly,
why I said the people are important, not the boundaries. Don't change somebody. Go be with somebody that you really like.
I like that
But
concept.
honestly-
Don't create a person.
but
Chris, I like that.
honestly-
The people are important. I like
But
that.
honestly,
I like
just
that.
like you say, people are important, right?
Allow them
If
to be
people are
themselves.
important, why should something as small as a cigarette stop me from talking to you if you could be the love of my life?
Right.
You could be the love in my life, but I'm not going to talk to you, and I'm never going to find love on the level I would have found love with you, but because you smoke a cigarette.
Can
What's
That's
more
what you
important to
make- that's
you?
what makes
boundaries
sense.
make you miss out on the love of your life?
Yes, it can.
I mean,
It can.
It can.
it can make you miss out. You know, it can make you
That's why
miss
you make
out on a lot.
sacrifices.
You know what I'm saying? Because
What if
my
you,
dude
what if
honestly
you
told
are
me,
their
hey,
nicotine patch?
Right.
What if you are their nicotine patch?
yeah.
I mean, but you might have set that boundary, and if they realize that, hey, you might be the
He
love
ain't trying
of
to be
my
no
life.
damn nicotine patch.
No, that's the reason they quit smoking. What he's
I
saying.
actually,
Right.
you know, this is pretty good because when I first met him, I used to smoke. I used to smoke
he
cigarettes,
was your
and then I was like, he not smoking, so let me not smoke around him. And then, but he knew I smoked, and he didn't say nothing about it. But then I just stopped smoking because I did not see him smoking.
She was too fine
I
to set
quit.
that boundary. I was like, hey, see, fuck that boundary.
He did exactly.
Hey, I had to see the
exactly
person. The person. Hey,
He
the
smoked.
person matters.
Wasn't that the question that matters when you stand on your boundaries?
Yes, about the person.
Hey,
Yes.
but no,
You cared about
but
the
it wasn't
person,
about,
not
it
the
wasn't a
boundary.
boundary. It wasn't about.
You did the right thing. You cared about the person, not the boundary.
It was
She
a
changed
preference.
for you, but you didn't force that change upon
I
her.
did.
And then I never said nothing about it. I just stopped
That's
doing
what I-
it
that's-
because
that's
of
it.
him.
That's
I never
real.
said nothing about it.
That's
But
real.
he
I'm gonna
smokes.
Like, I
So it wasn't a
believe.
boundary.
I
It
didn't see
wasn't.
it till later.
I believe
Personal
in giving
preference.
people choices. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's real.
You let
Yeah.
them know what you like. You let them know what you don't like.
That's real.
If if they choose to rock with that, they choose to rock with you. It is what it is.
That's
you
real.
know what I'm
That's real.
saying?
That's real.
I'm grown. I don't got time. Or hey, I can fuck with you.
Right.
That's
But-
it's
but-
either gonna be yeah or nay.
Donisha said, why not help the person quit smoking if you really
That's
love
the
them?
same
Because the reason why I didn't
Hold
say
on a
nothing
second.
about
That's the
that,
Zay.
Why not help the person quit smoking?
Why not
that
help
wasn't
the
him, that was to
person?
me.
Yep.
Quit smoking?
And then go ahead, Chief.
Well,
Rebel.
yeah, my boundaries was different. I believe
Yeah.
that you should help them because
Right.
I mean we all are addicted to something. So
I ain't gonna
personally,
stop smoking weed for no
the
bitch.
boundaries.
I mean,
that-
no woman.
Go ahead.
I ain't either.
You said what?
For no hoe.
I ain't gonna stop smoking. I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, you got that whole
Look, he
bitch.
got
I'm a
real
boss and
serious,
outside my own
like,
chick.
hold on.
Nah.
He got real serious.
Go ahead, Chief.
The reason why I say that's for me is because my point was made off of it being like a deal breaker for you.
Yeah.
That boundary point is like, all right, I'm not dealing with this. So that means you're not even gonna try to help them. But in a conversation where you're gonna attempt to help them, I still endorse, hey, don't let them know that this is your boundary. He didn't let her know that it was a boundary.
Yeah.
He accepted it, but she got to see on the flip side,
Exactly.
hey, he don't smoke. So why am I?
She was considerate
And
enough
then
to
boom,
take the
he
consideration.
was her nicotine patch.
Yeah.
He was. Go on a minute. You was a nicotine patch, nigga.
That's good shit.
Nicotine
He
patch.
actually my everything. Hell.
Late night
Yeah.
POV, man. We sure
shit.
appreciate it. Late night POV audience, what's up? Late night POV audience, what's up? We sure appreciate y'all coming
Yeah,
through. We're
man.
here every Tuesday night, 10:30 to 12 a.m. here at Royal Lane Studios. This is the Daiquiri King, and this is the late night point of view. I almost forgot my own.
I thought you said late night
I had to
porn.
look at the flow.
We
It say
still didn't talk about sex. I came here for the sex. No. Jesus.
Well,
Guess I gotta come back next time.
We can come back next week and talk about some sex. Sin and Alizé on next week's show, pulling up Tuesday. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you.
All right, we can take it out. Chief Rebel, if you want to start to the left, go ahead and give your shout outs. Tell everybody what you doing in the community and what you got going on.
Hey,
and we can go ahead and show us some love on that level, man. We sure appreciate it.
Hey, man, the Paradox out now. Got new music coming, man. Shout out to all my people. If you know, you know. Golden Open Mic every Wednesday in Deep Ellum, 7 to 11, man. Y'all pull up. Underground Open Mic here every Thursday at Royal Lane Studios. Shout out my people here, man. I got some shows coming up. I'm opening up for Big Tug soon. Just tap in with me on IG at I Am Chief Rebel or Black Native Productions. If you need beats, studio time, engineering, all that, I'm your guy. Fuck with me.
Fuck with him. He is the truth.
All right, they got a lot of shit going on. Comedian JB, Instagram, The Real J Braswell. Got a few movies coming up on BET Plus. Stepping up my game.
What?
Yeah, Bid for Love.
That shit going on.
It's already on BET. The first one, and we're doing Bid for Love 2, making BET and BET Plus.
Big Pama, Alabama.
Another movie coming out called Stepdad. That's a Tubi premiere. I don't know when that shit dropping, but it's this summer sometime. Just working, man. On tour with Bubba Dub. We just picked up like 40 more cities, so we busy. I'm out here working.
Instagram.
The Real J Braswell, IG.
Yeah, so y'all can find me on all platforms at DAB_Trap Queen. I do have some music out. I got my mixtape dropping soon, Trap Queen Volume 1, you know what I'm saying, for all my chicks and out there getting their bag. You don't necessarily have to be in a trap to get the money. Wherever you get your bag from is, you know, that's your trap. So just check me out on all platforms, DAB_Trap Queen.
Queen in this shit. Queen in this shit.
It's my turn. So y'all can check out my video, Pussy.
Talking about sex.
On YouTube, it's Sensation, CINSATION. Also, you can check me out on Instagram, it's Sensation1. Pussy's doing really well right now. It is doing very well.
That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, so, and it's explicit. Like
She doing her thing,
out
y'all. Y'all go
everywhere.
by and
You
listen to
can
that.
find it on Spotify, actually it's on every streaming site. So I'm actually working on it. Well, we're working on my album and his at the same time. Shit.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Well, you are the shit, Sid.
Thank you.
Pussy.
Pussy real
Available
good.
to listen to.
That's it.
Y'all check it out.
Last time I was here, I was pushing towards that 2 million mark.
Oh yeah.
You was.
He got it.
Got that 2
Over
million
2
mark.
million.
Over 2 million
Congrats,
on,
bro.
on all
Congratulations.
platforms.
Oh, my
Congratulations.
I
God.
got the new album out, Last Day of Heartbreak, and it is pushing towards 100,000 streams in the first 4 months.
My God.
I got a European tour that we're working on right now for April. I'm trying to go overseas with it because that's where that money is.
My
So
God.
we're going to be protesting pretty soon on Spotify's payout.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the payout is
Payout is
ridiculous. I mean,
ridiculous.
I am irritated, and there's a
My
lot of
first
independent
royal
artists.
check, I was like this.
Yeah, so.
I was so sad.
And a lot of artists do their business right now. I mean, we go to a lot of music conferences and they preach in to do your business, cross your T's, dot your I's. And now that we're doing all of that stuff, especially in Dallas, Texas, the payout isn't what it's supposed to be, what it used to be. So now we're going to be doing something about it. So we got that coming up. We got a big movement that we're doing for the AI. I don't know if you guys are involved in that. The AI, with the AI Drake and the AI Juice World and stuff like that. We got a deal that we're working on to try to get those artists 50% royalties on that. We're still being able to use them for our own platforms and have those Drake verses and those Juice World verses. So just tap in with your boy, man. We got a lot of big things going on. Alizé Ali, you can Google me. I'm on all platforms as the Lovely Sensation. And tap in.
Big shit popping, man. Big shit popping. This is the Daiquiri King one more again. Late night point of view, man. We sure appreciate it. We'll see y'all next week, Tuesday at 10:30. Until then, peace.
Already. Where the clap at? Where the clap at? Come on, there you go. Hey.